Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at another Shadow Legacy, and that is going to be Ampharos with Dragon Pulse. I had a blast. I absolutely was running over teams here, so let's see what we have going on. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to have to say really quick, I appreciate all of my supporters and everybody out there, all of my patrons, people that follow me. And if I'm not getting back to you in messages or interacting with you or opening up gifts as fast as I should, please forgive me. It's been a little bit crazy over here. I've been really busy with life. I've just been having some complications going on with family and things like that. You know, nothing in trouble or nothing, but just dealing with life, okay? So I just want to take this time to say thank you for everything that you do in supporting me. And with that said, let's get into these fun battles. I had an absolute freaking blast. You're gonna see how we're gonna get hard countered in the front pretty much every freaking game. And then we swap, we put Ampharos in the front, and you're gonna see what happens. It's absolutely hilarious. So we are gonna be rocking with Shadow Venusaur, and we're bringing back Shadow Gyarados yet again, so you can get more of the insight on should I make that investment. Shadow Venusaur is a must, period. You need this thing. So if you're curious, should I use an Elite TM? Oh, you better freaking believe it. Should you use an Elite TM on Ampharos? You saw the plethora of moves. You can probably just go with Focus Blast and you don't have to worry about the Dragon Pulse. So it's not, I'm not going to say it's super needed, but we are going to be pulling off some clutch wins because of it. Alright, so we actually had a good lead here. I spoke a little too soon on all that, but you're going to see what does follow up after this. So we're going to be met with a Escavalier. We do resist the counter, as well as the Mega Horn and Drill Run, but it's almost as if it's just neutral damage. So as much as I wanted to farm them all the way down, they were about to get to another charge move, and I want to win this matchup here. We just need to get that alignment with the Ampharos, or they're going to be coming in with a Trevenant. That's not particularly going to be great for us. We're just going to go straight for the Frenzy Plant because this still does a ton of damage, and we're getting a shield anyway. Ampharos' moves are going to be resisted other than Dragon Pulse, and this is exactly where you kind of may want to have it. People may think you're going to be going with Focus Blast, and then of course the Electric is going to be resisted. So up against Trevenant here, in their mind, technically everything is resisted unless you have this Legacy. Let's see what we have. We needed to land this to win. That's it. We were going to lose if we did not have that move. So this is the one incidence where it actually is going to be helping us out here. So we're using our last shield, and we're going to have a Gyarados, which is going to have a massive weakness to Electric on top of being Shadow. Let's go. Can we get to another one? We get to another Thunder Punch. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing, folks. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that like button for this video here. For the, I mean, we just do Legacy Shadows over and over. It's no thing. And of course, we're met with a Ninetales, and it has Powdered Snow and not Charm. You better believe it. Okay, we're going to have the double shield here. I think that's what we do. We build up a bunch of energy, absolutely double shielding. So this is a very risky thing to do. Now you got to be careful. They're trying to catch with a Crobat, but we make a systematic swap into our Ampharos as they do bring it in here. Ampharos, can it take a hit as a Shadow? Sure, slightly. It's okay. I'm not going to say it's super squishy. Everything as a Shadow is going to be taking some damage. That Shadow Ball doing a lot, unfortunately. So we do resist the flying, so there is that, but they go straight for the Shadow Ball. And I almost wanted to farm down yet again, but I got a little bit too nervous and just threw this. I didn't want to take a Poison Fang and have my defense drop on top of it, doing a ton of damage to our Shadow Gyarados. Alright, they're bringing in a Swampert, and I immediately swap into the Venusaur and go for a Frenzy Plant to start getting shields, or they're going to let it go. Okay, and bringing back that Ninetales. So what we're going to be able to do here is simply outpace it. We don't even need to go for Sludge Bomb. I'm telling you, Shadow Venusaur is just disgusting with Frenzy Plant. This is why it is a must-have for your arsenal. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take them out and take that win here. Let's go. All right, for our next opponent, we have somebody who has fallen from grace, a legend. So what the hell is going on here with this? Okay, let's go ahead and put them back in their place and tell them to get the hell out of here. Get back to your position where you're supposed to be. So they had a good lead. So not only are they a legend, but they had a good lead. Okay, let that sink in for a minute. They swap into the Trevenant, we swap into our Gyarados, we're landing the Crunch. I will be shielding this up because I want to win alignment again. Another thing to note is they're not going to be using shields here. It's not like they didn't have the opportunity to, or they were trying to flex, because they're not getting that. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, they were flexing. No, they just didn't get the opportunity to towards the end. They thought they could probably pull it back with that Talonflame in the back. So let's see how this does work out. All the while I'm laughing, I'm like, you have no idea what you're about to get yourself into, Mr. Legend. Like I said, take your butt back to where you belong. Get out of this low ranks and trying to take advantage of people here. And if you're like, well, what about you, Poke? I use spicy teams. These are tryhards over here. These are tryhards. So they go for that flame charge, which is great. Bring it in the Ampharos, and it was at this moment they realized they messed up. You better believe it. And there's no opportunity to go for a shield because I'm not going to be doing that. They go straight for the Brave Bird, and they're going down not quite like a Brave Bird. And in comes that Swampert. They're going to be going for a last charge move, a little desperation move here, which is great. Love to see it. Bring it in the Gyarados to finish him off with a couple HP. Yeah, let's go. Get back to where you belong. Next battle, we're met with a Sylveon. Great lead, and they're going to be swapping into a Machamp. We could have technically stayed there, but since the Gyarados does have Dragon Breath, we're going to go ahead and bring it in because it's not going to be doing very much up against Sylveon here, shielding up the Rock Slide. And unfortunately, this is kind of a sticky situation because they're going to be shielding this up here. I can't let this next one go here because it could be a Rock Slide. But of course, it is going to be a Cross Chop Bait. And at this point, we're going to farm down because that's just the best thing that we can do at this point. Of course, they're going to be bringing back that Sylveon, and we're not going for Crunch because it's not very effective, or Stab, and I don't care about lowering their defense right now. Bringing in our Venusaur here to just see what we can do. Hopefully, there's something in the back that doesn't want to see it as well. They let it go. What's in the back? A wall? I was going to say a Wall Rain. Well, same typing, Lapras, and it is going to be Shadow. Very nice. We all know that that thing is an amazing beast to have. You can't quite get it right now, so if you did have it from in the past from Sierra, then I recommend you TM that thing. Bringing in the Ampharos to take control of the situation here, and again, I was actually having a complete blast using this thing. I was like, you know, this team looks really good, and it's always funny when you go into Go Battle League. And take a look at another horrible lead. Oh yeah, because you can put together the most secure team, but Go Battle League will instantly show you what you're weak against in the front. It's like, yeah, that's very interesting. So anyways, swapping into our Gyarados, but we're prepared for this situation, knowing that in the Premier Ultra League that the most fire that we're going to be seeing is going to be coming from Charizard, Typhlosion, and Talonflame, and Gyarados fits the bill to take care of that. So does Ampharos. Not super effective to Typhlosion, but still able to do stuff here. So they're bringing in a Wall Rain, and at this point it looks like they're going to be able to... it was getting a little iffy on farming them down. Aqua Tail would have maybe been enough, plus a couple more Dragon Breaths, but they're going to be taking that win there, and now I'm making my decision on what I need to do. Bringing in the Venusaur, and unfortunately we're not able to harm them down, so we are going to shield this up because this Icicle Spear is going to do a ridiculous amount of damage to our Shadow Venusaur. Bringing back that Talonflame, and we're going to go for a Frenzy Plant. Let's get their last shield here. They can go Brave Bird, but we resist it with the Ampharos. They can go for the Flame Charge, but they're going to be retreating with energy and bringing in their Venusaur. Now here's another moment where having Dragon Pulse is going to be key here. So we are going to be getting some gameplay and utilization out of it. It's not like it's just sitting here and like I'm just, you know, titling it like that. So they're taking us out with a Frenzy Plant. This was absolutely... Don't look away. Don't look at what's happening here. I'm thinking I can pull this off. I know I can. I know I can. A little engine that could over here. All right, so we go for Frenzy Plant. No. I thought they were going to farm me down. And we're able to land the Sludge Bomb on the freaking Talonflame. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you do for that battle. We're taking the win with 1 HP, and Venusaur says, that's right. Let's go. He did a little flex at the end there. Next battle, we're met with an Escavalier. This is a horrible lead for our Venusaur, so we're going to have to retreat. Ampharos is not necessarily going to be something great up against it. We do have to look out for Drill Run. Gyarados is going to be my best option, my hardest counter. I just wanted to bring it in because it's a kind of a safe swap depending upon what they bring in. It's usually going to be okay for, even if it's weak against something, it can still put in the work with that Dragon Breath. All right, so we're taking a lot of damage, and I'm just hoping that they let this go here. Okay, and this is very close. So unfortunately, we both have 1 HP. So they're surviving. What we're going to do is just bring in our Venusaur. Getting rid of the biggest threat. So I think they could have a Talonflame back here. Okay, a Dragonite. What do you freaking know? So we swap into our Ampharos, and I'm going to show you something. So we go for Dragon Pulse. We build all the way up to that. But here's the thing. We're Shadow plus their part Flying. It's not going to be super effective, but at least it's going to be still doing a lot. So this was a massive waste of energy here as they do shield that up. And we're not looking too great. So they swap to catch a Thunder Punch with their Poliwrath. Now, we are weak to their quick move, but this Ampharos farms fast and we're able to get to another one. I couldn't believe this. Venusaur still has a bunch of energy. Everything's putting in the work. This whole team is amazing. Give it a shot. You're probably going to be countered hard in the front. Just know that you're going to have to maneuver around it. So they're getting off their Dragon Claw, shielded it up because it could have been a Hurricane. And the Venusaur is going to be able to take the win with a Frenzy Plant up against a Dragonite. Oh my goodness, I was having too much fun with this team, as you can probably tell. So watch what happens. We put an Ampharos up in the front. You saw all of those leads, right? Okay, great. Let's see what we were met with after we take off the Venusaur from the front and put in our Electric. A freaking ground type. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. You better believe this game is completely rigged. Alright, so we're going to be swapping into our Venusaur. They're swapping into a Togekiss, so there must be something else in the back weak to grass, potentially. Is Venusaur going to be able to run over this whole team? If we can farm them down here, we're going to be looking perfect. Beautiful. Let's see what they're going to be bringing in. It's going to be a Muck. Could have that been a miss swap? Maybe, but it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. It happened. So Venusaur is still going to be putting in the work here. And if we can get the alignment correct, we're going to be looking okay here. Gyarados with shields up against the Galarian Stunfisk is going to be perfect. So we bring in the Ampharos to kind of just absorb everything that they're going to throw at us here. We cannot use a shield, and getting to this Thunder Punch was much needed because we need to hold on to both of our shields. Gyarados is going to be able to take a Rock Slide, but it is going to be doing, it's doing a lot, but we just want to hold on to our shields. We did everything we needed to do here, and we're back with the alignment that we wanted. Still holding on to 2 shields and Ampharos in the back with a little bit of health in case we need to do something with that there, although it's not really going to do much for us. Shielding up that first Rock Slide, shielding up the next Rock Slide. You're going to see the third one is actually going to do quite a bit of damage, but the Aqua Tail plus the Dragon Breaths are just doing too much damage. Shadow Gyarados, if it wasn't great, I'm not trying to like build it up as some, amazing thing or use it because I invested in it. I'm still using it because it's amazing. Just because I invest in something doesn't mean I'll continue to use it if I'm having really bad odds with it. So yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it. Taking that W. Alright, we're met with a good lead this time. A Walrein. It's a freaking about time. And they're swapping into a Blaziken. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Gyarados here. That was very quick. We're going to go ahead and call a Blaze Kick here. I'm expecting them to let this go, but they're actually going to shield it up, which is kind of okay. Which puts them down on a shield. And we had a great lead, so we're going to just be able to realign that. We're definitely going to be shielding this up as well, and then farming them down, hitting the Walrein with Crunch. Now, the only unfortunate part about this situation is the fact that the Walrein is going to be able to farm us all the way down and have a good amount of energy. Doing this damage here is good and all, but the Ampharos and the Venusaur plus their quick moves and a charge move would take it out, so that Crunch was almost useless, a little bit. So going for the Thunder Punch, actually not really, because this wouldn't have one-shotted, right? Alright, so we're getting their shield there. They're retreating with energy, bringing in a Charizard. And Ampharos is about to put in the work here. Let's go, little buddy. Let's put in the work, Ampharos. Alright, taking them out. And expecting an Icicle Spear. But I kind of want to just have this thing go. So we will survive another one, no problem. Ampharos can take one of those hits. So there you have it, folks. Ampharos is absolutely amazing. And for this one here, you don't need Dragon Pulse. The other ones that we showcased, Venusaur, Meganium, Gyarados, you kind of need those, but for this one, you can just go in here. You don't have to use an Elite TM. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
I touch the gas. This is the best day